Hello, this is Mr. Smith's demonstration of a very interesting piece of equipment, or glassware specifically in this case, called a Hero's engine. I'll just show you it in a bit more detail and then get it going, and then talk a bit more about what it's actually showing once it's up and running. So you can see we've got a central spherical section of the glassware. This is effectively a boiler. I've put some water in there already, and it's got two outlets, if you like, these bits of tube which go out horizontally, and they finish in a specially shaped nozzle, and as you can see, the whole piece of glassware is free to rotate along its horizontal axis by the design of this stand, which has got two holes approximately the same height. There's a little bit of friction, but not too much. If I just move the camera so you can get a better idea of the shape of the nozzle, so you can see there's a curve, and then the outlet is quite narrow and pointed back on itself. And if you look at the one on the other side, you can see that that's 180 degrees with the nozzle pushing in this case downwards, compared to the one on this side which is pushing upwards, and the reasons for that should become clear shortly. So you can see I've got a Bunsen burner underneath it, and I'm just going to turn the gas on, and I've got the Bunsen positioned so the flame is directly heating the bottom of the spherical part of the apparatus there. So effectively this is going to become a little boiler, so we should get the water heating up reasonably quickly because there's not too big a volume, and as it evaporates, boils, turns into gas, hopefully we should see what this piece of equipment is designed to show, which is conversion of thermal energy into kinetic energy. So we can see the water's boiling, a little bit of spray, you can see it's coming out of the nozzles. Sometimes it just gets needs a little helping hand to get it going. So there's still a little bit of friction around the axle, but now hopefully you can see that as the water's boiling, turning into steam, the steam is forced out of that central spherical boiler area along the two pieces of horizontal tubing and out those two nozzles. And because of the way the nozzles are directed, steam is being forced out and creating torque, and it's enough, as you can see, to set the whole apparatus in motion. As it rotates, the heating can continue in that central boiler area, so it's just a balance of the force that's coming out due to the propulsion of the steam and the friction that there is around the two axles. As I said, it's called a Hero's engine, after Hero of Alexandria, who was a quite remarkable Greco-Egyptian polymath, as you might guess, based in Alexandria around the 60 BC, so before Christ was born. This was invented, and this was the first example of a steam engine. Effectively, what came to much greater prevalence in the Industrial Revolution with steam trains and the likes, but it was actually first invented back in Alexandria over 2,000 years ago. And Hero was a great experimenter. As you can tell, this is one of his many inventions. Another one, interestingly, that he came up with, I found out, was the first vending machine, which involved putting a coin into a mechanical apparatus, which then dispensed holy water. So, lots of great inventions. Hope that was interesting.